Yo, 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 what's going on out there, fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the undefeated three-division world champion, the two-time undisputed world champion. He's the current welterweight undisputed champ at the moment. Then we have Errol the True Spence Jr., the former WBC, IBF, and Super WBA unified welterweight world champion. Now EJ has moved up to 154 pounds, looking to be a two-division world champion, right? As he took his first loss, against Terence Crawford. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, Errol the True Spence Jr. has came out and activated his mandatory clause against Terence Crawford, right, for the rematch to take place. And it looked like the rematch is going to happen at 154 pounds. And Errol Spence is ready to get back in that ring and ready to get it on. You understand? We know a lot of people after the fight had a lot of mixed emotions. Everybody had an opinion. Everybody telling Errol Spence what he should and what he shouldn't do. Things of that nature when y'all not that man and y'all not the fighter. There's no way a fighter like Errol Spence, who's very, prideful and gifted, right, was going to sit out after taking his first loss to Terence Crawford, no matter how grueling, no matter how, the fight turned out to be. Terence Crawford, like I say, shouts out to him. The first man to beat Errol Spence, give him his first loss, did it in impressive fashion, become undisputed at the welterweight division. He agreed to fight Errol at 154. He knew it was coming. So it was no doubt in his mind that the rematch was going to take place. And if you really listen to him, he'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you really listen to what he was saying and things of that nature, you can hear it in his speech or in his words that Errol Spence was coming back for the rematch. When he used to tell people, listen, that man got the right to activate his his rematch clause, is in a contract, And like I said, he will expect him to activate it because he's competitive himself. So he knew that the rematch was coming. And he's probably working his ass off now, staying in shape, staying prepared. Because, Errol Spence is coming back hungrier than ever. And a man like that is very dangerous. You understand? Errol Spence is going to be very dangerous against Terence Crawford in his second fight because he knows what's at stake. You feel me? EJ knows what's at stake. He knows this probably can make and break his career right here. The rematch against Terence Crawford can make or break his career. You understand what I'm saying? And he's going to make sure he put the hard work in. He's going to dedicate himself through and through to be victorious in the rematch. You feel me? To be victorious in the rematch, and y'all know I'm riding with EJ 120%, hands down like 630. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, right? No ifs, ands, buts about it. I got Errol Spence being victorious in the rematch. A lot of people saying things like, oh, man, he shouldn't try to do this. He shouldn't try to do that. He got neurological damage. He got this. It's a lot of fucking opinions. And everybody knew exactly what was the reason with Errol Spence and why the fight turned out the way it turned out when they really didn't have a clue. You know what I mean? They really didn't have a clue. But Errol Spence is back to show people like, look here, man. I took my first loss. But that ain't going to stop me from coming and trying to defeat this man. That ain't going to stop me from fighting inside that square circle and doing what I love to do and what I get paid to do. You feel me? Yes, it's a brutal sport, man. It's a gladiator sport. It's a eat or be eating sport. You feel me? Boxing is a dirty business. We all know this. If you know anything about the boxing game, if you're a true boxing head, then you understand that it's a dirty business. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing new to them when they've been in the game over 10 years, bro. It ain't nothing that they didn't see or didn't pick up on or understand, right? When Terence Crawford sit down, he explained to how people move fighters and how you use fighters if they're not good, how you feed them to the wolves after you make as much money off from things of that nature. These dudes are well-schooled. You know what I'm saying? Well-schooled in the art of boxing. So Errol Spence knows what he's up against. He understands what he's up against. He understands the business aspect. He understands the physical aspect, the fans aspect, but mostly, the mental aspect. How mentally tough you have to be to survive this boxing game. Because if you take a loss, fans will drive your ass up the wall and make you feel smaller than ever, bro. Smaller than ever. The way they criticize you, talk shit about you, tell you what's best for your career, tell you how you should fight, what you should do. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. When they haven't laced up a pair of gloves a day in their life, bro. Never stepped a foot inside a boxing gym, never threw a punch, never even tried to learn from a coach. But they have all the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers, Sway. You ain't got the answers. You understand? But what Errol Spence is doing is showing y'all that, listen, man, there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? It's levels. You have to really be built for it, dog. You have to really be built for it. And EJ is, bro. He built for it. He built for it, period. We seen that man go through all the adversity in the world and still bounce back. I don't think this would be no different. I don't think this would be no different at all. Would it be a tough task? Of course. Of course. But you wouldn't want it no other way. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't want it no other way. That way, when you're victorious, it's going to be that much more sweeter. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be that much more sweeter to where you're looking back like, man, they doubted me, bro. They counted me out. They looked at me in the first fight. They said I was done for. I need to retire. I got neurological damage. I can't beat him. I shouldn't fight him again. I should move on. Right? And then if I go out here, I'll be victorious. I shut them all up. You know what I mean? I shut them all up. And now what they gonna say? So that's what's going on in Errol Spence head, bro. And getting his get back. You know what I mean? And getting his get back. You know? He lost the first fight. You know what I mean? And that's going to link on him. It really is. But he gonna use it as motivation. He gonna use it as motivation. Not as a way to hold your head down or feel sorry for yourself. You know what I mean? Wanting a pity party and all that shit. Nah. I'm going to keep it as motivation. It's going to make me work harder. Make me sport that extra round, run that extra mile, make me get into that ring and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, Errol Spence understands this game. He knows what he got to do. Otherwise, he wouldn't have signed that rematch clause. If he felt like he couldn't beat Terence Crawford, he wouldn't have signed a goddamn rematch clause. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. Derrick James bought in already. Errol Spence definitely bought in. They ain't playing. They know what they got to do. They know they got to be real with one another. You understand? Go look at tape, look at film, and look at what went wrong, and communicate better. You know what I mean? Come up with a better game plan. Now that you see what Terence Crawford is like, what he can do in that ring, you make your adjustments. You make your adjustments. And you come back better than ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, we have Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, a rematch, part 2. A lot of people act like they're not interested in things of that nature. But once this thing kick off and once it get going, everybody be tuned in. You feel me? Everybody will be tuned in. Like I say, EJ fan base want to see how he look off the first loss. Is you the same? Is you the guy that we know you are? You know what I'm saying? Did you put the hard work in to come back and be victorious? You know, it's going to be a lot that people want to see in Errol Spence to go out there and show that he's way better than that goddamn fight on July 29th, right? And the Terence Crawford fans, you know, they so cocky and arrogant, the ones that seen Bud win. Oh, man, Bud go do this to him. They go do this, so they looking for Bud to put on another masterpiece performance on Errol Spence, you know? And then, you know, they looking to say, oh, he need to retire and give it up and things of that nature. You feel me? So we about to find out in this rematch, man. Will it be in December? We don't know. We have to wait and see what month that this fight gonna take place in. Would it be early 24? Would it be the end of 2023? We will find out. But the main thing we do know is the rematch is on. Errol Spence activated that bitch, and he ready to get it in and get it on for the second time. Straight like that, bro. Shouts out to Bud. Congratulations on the victory. Good luck in the rematch. And most definitely shouts out to my dog, EJ. Let's go work. Let's go redeem yourself and create history, man. Go create some history. Straight like that.